Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Matt, and today it is finally here. The thing we've all been waiting for, the release of Minecraft 1.16. Yep, it is today. It is here. Whew, let's go. But before we get into this video where I'll be covering most of everything new, I've been noticing an odor around myself. I've been wearing these clothes ever since the bees came out, and honestly, I think this is more than a shower can fix. So I'm gonna go get changed. New me, new blocks. Let's have some fun. And the reveal. In 3, 2, 1. Yeehaw, my friends! It is me, your sheriff, Matt. I'm never doing that voice again. Still got a little bit of red that I gotta take care of, but this is my new skin. I'm a cowboy, baby. Yee. Enough with the stupidness. We got some new blocks. Nether has brought us a lot of very interesting things, and I guess sheep. The first is this block. This is our Crimson Nylium. It is just kind of a new variant of the netherrack. As you can see, it's under there. And on it grows this. This is a crimson fungus. Well, that's a crimson fungus, but that's a large one. And you can get these by bone mealing the crimson fungus. Now, I think they can go anywhere, but they can't grow into those unless they're on the Crimson Nylium. Now from there, we have this Crimson Wart block, which is just the nether wart block. And then the stems, which is got a very cool animated texture. Of course, the stripped and all the plank variants. Now these are all the crimson planks. Everything you can make out of normal wood, you can make into these. And then we also have crimson roots and weeping vines. Now these are very interesting as they grow from the top and they grow down, I think, 24 blocks, but you can climb them up. Pretty cool, pretty interesting. In addition to all the crimson, we also have these warped blocks, starting with the large warped fungus on the warped Nylium. Again, it kind of has a carpet-like texture, which I really like. Then we have the warped fungus, which, again, bone meal grows into this. And now, try saying this 5 times fast. We have the warped wart block. Warp. Yeah, that's not happening. Again, we have a very nice animation on the stems. We have the stripped and all the plank variants. Now, a blue wood is really something. I mean, also that kind of red maroon wood, but I mean, blue is my favorite color, as you can probably tell from the bandana. So I really enjoy this new blue wood. Again, we have signs, trapdoors, everything, but we have this warped roots. Ooh, very interesting sound. The nether sprouts, and then also these twisting vines, which are kind of like the opposites of the weeping vines. They grow up to, I think, 24 blocks. Then we also have this new light source. It's the shroom lights. They grow naturally on the large fungus, and they're kind of interesting fellows. They got some bass to them. We'll go over the sounds later in an ASMR portion for those of you who like that. Now we have quite possibly my favorite addition, the Blackstone. Now these are found in one of the new biomes. There are 4. Out of it we have the Blackstone, Blackstone stairs, slabs, fences, and gilded Blackstone. Look at that. Look how shiny that is. Oh, I love it. Now, as it's, shiny and gilded, it actually has gold inside of it. If you fortune 3 it, you will get an average of 3.7 gold nuggets. Is it worth it? No, definitely not. This is a beautiful building block. Keep it as it is, don't fortune it. Now with the blackstone, we have polished blackstone and carved blackstone. Now this, or carved polished blackstone, it's got a little piggly wiggly on it, and I think that's really cute. You know, got a little piglin snout, and just a new mob carved block, in addition to the wither on the red sandstone and the creeper, I think, on the normal sandstone. Then again, with the polished variety, all the things, a new button, pressure plates, and polished blackstone bricks. Now, these just, they look so cool. I love these blackstone bricks and blocks in general. They're just awesome. And then cracked polished blackstone. Then, of course, stairs, slabs, and fences. Now, we also have quartz bricks. Now, not as interesting as the blackstone. They do have a completely different texture than any other of the brick varieties. You know, the normal bricks have very small bricks, red bricks like you would see in a normal house. The stone bricks have larger bricks. Now these are they're pretty odd, but I think they're also pretty cool. In addition to all of these walls, a new change has come. Walls now act like walls. You can build them up, and they will remain flat, which that is just revolutionary. They're basically vertical slabs, but not as cool. However, you can put glass panes in them and iron bars. You cannot, however, attach doors, trapdoors, or normal wooden fences. Over here is a soul soil block. It's very interesting as it leads to the production of these blue items over here. Now, soul sand, or soul soil, can be lit with flint and steel to create a blue fire. Now, I'll pop into survival here in a sec, and what's interesting is if I'm in survival, you burn with a red flame. However, I didn't quite think this through. I have fire resistance on. There we go. We take damage at a pretty rapid rate, doing 1 heart of damage per tick, I guess. This kind of goes along with, the campfires and such. As you stand in a campfire, you take damage. So, it will do twice as much damage. We'll see that this cow dies quite a bit quicker than that one. You can still cook food on it, just like you can the normal one. Will it cook twice as fast? Well, let's find out. I don't know. I haven't tested that part. No, it will not. They still cook at the same speed. With the blue fire, we have soul fire torches, or soul torches, soul lanterns, and the soul campfire. Now, these all give off a light level of 10, as opposed to their counterparts giving off 14 and 15. Here we have the nether gold orb block. These are very interesting blocks that can now be found in the nether. Why are the zombie pigmen always carrying gold? Well, I guess we now have an explanation. The regular pickaxe, each one gives you 4 golden nuggets. With a Fortune 3 pickaxe, you get 9 golden nuggets. However, if you just, silk touch this and put it in a furnace, you get a gold ingot. So, it's up to you what you want to do with it. We also have some new mobs. The piglin, who will shake in the overworld and eventually turn into a zombified pinglin, which is way too long to say, so I'm going to call them ziglins. As we also have the hoglin. Oh, he's small. And who will eventually turn into the zoglin, or zombified hoglin. Now, these piglins come in 2 varieties. We have the warriors with a sword, I guess, babies, and the snipers with a crossbow. Pretty interesting mechanic that I don't think has really been seen before in any other mob. Ooh, then we have a Zoglin. Even more new stone, hard to believe, I know, but very interesting. The Basalt, which acts like a log block, depending on where you place it, it will face a different way, which I very much like. However, it can be a little annoying. And then, of course, polished basalt. Good news for all the builders out there, we finally have chains. Now, these only go one way. Maybe that'll be fixed in the future, or not fixed, but, improved upon. But they also have a unique sound, which is very nice. But you can kind of just go through them, so it doesn't really work for some iron bars, but I guess that's why we have iron bars. We also have cracked nether bricks and chiseled nether bricks with a, well, I'm assuming it's a wither skeleton, but it could also be just a normal skeleton. Now here is the bread and butter of the nether update. This is ancient debris. It is found very rarely in the nether. I think it spawns less frequently than diamond. It only has one texture, or one facing direction, and it's this scaly cinnamon mud looking kind of thing. Now from that, you can get netherite scrap. And if you combined 4 netherite scrap and 4 gold ingots in a crafting table, you will get 1 netherite ingot. Now from this, you can make so many different things: armor, blocks, and tools. But it's not how you would think. You don't just arrange all these netherite ingots in your normal formation and get whatever you would want. That would be really expensive. What you actually do is, we finally have a use for the smithing table. You add what you want to be turned into netherite, along with an ingot, and then if you put them in, you'll get your netherite. Of course, we have armor, which is looking super spiffy. I really like that helmet. It gives me a very Viking vibe. And then we have all the tools: swords, shovels, pickaxes, axes, and hoes. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the first thing I'm making when I get some netherite is definitely a netherite hoe. Oh yeah. Although, the hoes are actually useful. Forget I said that. If I put myself into survival mode, that's about how long it takes to break a leaf block. However, with the hoe, that is now the leaf block breaking item or material. And we still have more mobs yet. This new mob is called a strider. Now when they're outside of lava, they turn all purple and shivery, and I feel really bad for them. They're cold. Oh, and they're sad little faces. Oh, but if we put them in lava, they're... Nope, why did you walk out of the lava? Are you stupid? If you put them in lava, they're all happy now. These guys aren't very smart. If you put them in lava, they're all happy. Oh, and they can sometimes spawn with them. Now you can ride them with warped fungus. If you have a saddle, kind of like you would ride a pig, they're attracted to the fungus, as you can see. Now they're not counted as aggressive mobs, so by turning your game to peaceful, they still stay here. You can just ride these boys around. Back to netherite for a quick sec. It isn't all fine and dandy. While it is completely invincible to lava, all of that can be thrown in and it just pops right out, whereas everything else would just burn. If you were to throw it at a cactus, it kind of goes away. In addition to the new armor, we also have a new enchantment. This enchantment is Soul Speed. Now what Soul Speed does is, if you put it on a pair of boots, it will allow you, please leave, to move across soul sand and soul soil at a very fast pace. However, this is at the cost of durability. Here we have the crying obsidian. It kind of leaks a little bit. It cries, I guess. And while it is obsidian, you cannot make a nether portal out of it. It just doesn't work. But what you can make out of it is this. It's a respawn anchor, and I will talk more about this fantastic little device later. Another fantastic little device is this, the lodestone. Now, if you take a compass, it'll point to world spawn, which is that way. However, we now have a lodestone compass, and this will always point to where the lodestone is, which is a great thing for getting around, in case you lose your home. You just have a lodestone there, and you'll be able to find your way back instantly. Also, that sound. Ooh, love that. And here for our archers, we have a target block, which will put out a signal by hitting it. Hitting it in the very center will put out a stronger signal than hitting it on the edge. I know I said it for the blackstone, but here might be my actual favorite thing. We have a new banner design, the snout pattern. From this, you will get this cute little piglin snout. I use some of my favorite colors for this, but of course you can use whatever. But it just looks so cool. Oh, I love that. A few quick mechanical things. Bone meal netherrack, while it is placed next to one of these two blocks, it will spread. It does not spread naturally. It spreads only through that. The piglin does not drop anything. The ziglin drops rotten flesh and golden nuggets. The hoglin drops pork and leather. The zoglin drops rotten flesh. And striders drop string. I guess because of their hair. We also have a new generator. We have a basalt generator, where if you have lava over soul sand or soul soil and ice, specifically blue ice though, it will form basalt. If you want to see some really cool usings of this, Mumbo Jumbo has a video, or multiple videos I think, where he makes bridges through lava with flying machines that utilize the basalt. Now here we have some very interesting redstone. If you've been playing for a while, you'll recognize this, but now we can change it, and this actually changes the function of the redstone too. If I have redstone directing into it, it'll go. But if I have it off to the like this, then it won't. Even if it's, like a dot, it won't go. Here might actually be my favorite thing. We have some music. Now let's take a listen to this real quick. Okay, enough dancing for now. But it goes pretty hard. Let's pop into the nether real quick for some more things. We have a new command, the \locate, if I can spell it correctly, biome, which will tell us where the nearest biome is. It has all of them, including the nether ones and the end ones. So probably going to be really useful. Now here is a naturally generated structure in a new biome. This is the Soul Sand Valley. This is just a bunch of bone blocks forming a skeleton or a fossils. Yeah, I think that's it. Now, the Crying Obsidian has a light level of 9, Campfire 10, Soul Torch 10, Soul Lantern 10. Lodestone compasses work in the nether, and these are the respawn anchors. Now they work off of glowstone, and each level gives off a different light output and fills up the center bit. Each one also costs 1 glowstone. Now we have a fully charged respawn anchor, and if we right click on it, our respawn point is set. Now this is a lot better than one of the beds, which does that. I probably should have thought that through, but whatever, we still have this one. If I pop into survival and, you know, go take a dive into some lava, I'm gonna die pretty quickly. However, we respawn right here where a respawn anchor was, but if you see here, we have used up one respawn bit, and we can keep doing that until it goes all the way down to 0, or we refill it. Now you'll see it has 2 bits. Now they give off different light levels, 4 I think, and then 6, and then 10 and 14. That one got blown up. I don't know how that happened. Definitely wasn't me. I'm just gonna go find some of the new biomes. This is the Basalt Delta. I think it is definitely my favorite out of all the nether biomes. Is it as good as the eroded mesa? I don't know, but it is still very, very cool. This is where you'll find blackstone and a lot of basalt. Not much spawns here, even if I put it into hard mode. There's not going to be much here. It's kind of a lifeless place, which I really like about it. It almost reminds me of Kingdom's Edge from Hollow Knight, one of my other favorite games. It's just super cool. Now down there we have our nether fortress, of course, and going down a bit more, we notice that the biomes are now 3-dimensional. They exist X, Y, and Z coordinates. So we're here with the little particle effect, and then we come down here. This way a bit, I guess. And we're in the Soul Sand Valley. It's got some very interesting ambiance. Ooh, okay guys. In my search for new biomes, this is a bastion. I've come across this, and when you get inside, it gives you the Those Were the Days achievement. Now it's full of loot, which you should be careful, because if these guys see you taking it, they'll end you. And, you know, it's got some very interesting stuff. Lots of gold, of course. And these guys they're aggressive mobs, unless you're wearing gold, which is a very interesting thing. In that case, you can barter with them, where you throw gold at them, and they'll throw something back. Not throwing it back, though. That's a very different mob. We should not talk about that. Oh, F in the chat, boys. I should mention, the nether brick is not actually black. I just have on a texture pack that makes it black because I like it. And here we have entered the Crimson Forest. Soul Sand Valley, it's kind of blue and such. Crimson Forest, very red. Now around here we have all of the netherrack and crimson large fungi and weeping vines. This is where piglins naturally spawn along with hoglins. However, they are enemies, and walking on this makes kind of an interesting sound, I guess. Ooh, I don't know about that. Now you may remember this place as the regular nether. It is now called the Nether Wastes. It's just same old nether, however it has the gold ore. And just over here is the Warped Forest. It has... oh. We got an achievement of Hot Tourist Destinations. That is visiting every place or every biome in the nether. Now this one, very similar to the Crimson Forest. However, also pretty similar to the Basalt Delta. It's a very eerie place, it's quiet. The only mobs that spawn here are Endermen. And they're not really aggressive. As beds do in the nether, respawn anchors do in the overworld. they blow up. Pretty large explosion. Let's fill it with some more. Yep. The size of the explosion is not relative to how much glowstone there is. Even just one will make a very large crater. Well, I think that about wraps everything up. If you've made it this far, great job. You now know almost everything there is to know about the Nether. However, if you were lazy and skipped to the end, I think the best way to recap everything is with song. Oh, we've got picklins and zigglins and hoglins and zoglins and striders and fires and pyres, shrooms and booms and looms and tombs and shiny bits, birdie bits, criers, bullseyes and biomes and blackstone and bone mealing pools that are all full of lava, growing roots, speedy boots, gold finally has a use, music and dancing and llamas. Wait, llamas?